And we're live. Awesome. Okay, so we are June 17th, more than halfway through the month, almost halfway through the year. I'm going to share my screen, go through a couple of announcements, and get this party started. So tonight it's going to be a working team call, and I'm going to hopefully help you to uncomplicate the business activity tracker, because this really should be super simple. And if it is confusing, you are absolutely overcomplicating it. So hopefully this helps to uncomplicate it for you, because it should be so simple, just following it, checking off the boxes, doing the things. So that's our focus tonight. And I first want to welcome, I saw there was one more coach that came in last minute. So we have 3 new coaches from this past week. So welcome to our team. Super excited to have you. If you're watching the recording, we got Kim Lehman and Kelly Jerger. And then Abigail, my P was the last initial, I apologize, that I saw. So welcome, you guys. And then on the board, we have a bunch. So we have Kimberly at 2, Kelsey Norgal, SE2, Shannon Yeager, Anna Christensen at 2, and Jessica DeMuth at SE4. Awesome job, you guys. So much time to get 2 or more people to join you in your next boot camp or whatever it is you have coming up. So keep going. And then locked in, we have 3 of us. Allison Waney and myself are SE6, and then Caitlin Meyer is crushing it at Success Club 10. So really awesome job, Caitlin and Allison. Way to go getting that locked in. Okay, some real quick announcements. If you didn't see, the Morning Meltdown 100 sample workout will be this coming Monday, the 24th. And the way that you access it, and anybody can access it, please write this down. Don't ask in the team page, because you have access to this information in your coach office. Make sure you're being resourceful and looking into stuff. Morning Meltdown 100 sample workout, Monday the 24th. All they have to do is log in to not even log in, go to beachbodyondemand.com, and the banner will have, like, if you put the cursor over it, it'll allow you to hit play, and that will be the sample workout. That's how it's been in the past, at least. If not, you'll still be able to do it on the home screen of Beachbody On Demand. Again, Monday the 24th. I don't know exactly the time of when it will become available. I think it's usually around, sometimes it's right away in the morning, sometimes it's not until after 11 a.m. So stay tuned. I'll post that if I hear anything. So I saw a couple coaches posting things like, first 100 people to comment are going to get access to the free sample workout of our newest program or whatever it is. And obviously anyone can access that, but they're just hyping it up that only the first 100 people that comment get access to it. And then they just tell them how to access it, right? You don't need to be anyone special in order to access the sample workout, but they don't know that. So just an idea for you to start thinking about posting. And it doesn't have to be 100. It can be first 10 people to comment below, I'm going to give you a free sample workout to our newest program that's launching or whatever. Summit tickets are no longer available for purchase online. You still can go. If you don't have your ticket and you want to go, you will just have to purchase your ticket at the door. So just a heads up on that. And then I don't have a date set in stone yet, but if those of you that went to the last Super Saturday, Super Weekend, if you remember Yolanda Russell, she was one of the coach success stories. And she talked about how she was a nurse and she was exposed to STD or AIDS, or she was exposed to something while nursing. That was kind of her story into coaching about, she doesn't, nursing is a great career, obviously, but she didn't want to do that the rest of her life, being exposed to all this sickness kind of thing. So she is going to be guest speaking on our team call. And I'll stop sharing. That's the last announcement that I have. And if people keep showing up on our team calls, I will keep bringing on guest speakers, coaches that are killing it and everything. But if we're not having people coming on our team calls, then it just doesn't make sense if there's only like 4 or 5 of us ever on. So pass it on to your teams, encourage people to come on, and I will continue to bring on people that are killing it in the business the best that I can to speak on our team calls and stuff. So I'm super excited for Yolanda. She is on Melanie Mitro's team and her downline, and she just absolutely crushes it, and she's so real, raw, and authentic on her social media. So I'm sure she's going to bring it. So more to come on that. Okay, so we're going to get into our action hour. And going into this, this is how you work your business. This is literally all you need to know to get off the ground running is doing this, but doing it every single day. I heard a quote today in this group with 15 stars that I'm in, and I believe Rachel's in it as well. And she said, discipline equals freedom. And in this business and network marketing as a whole, it's so true. If you do the things and you are consistent and you are willing to change, because if you're doing the same thing and it's not working, you have to change something. You have to have that discipline to be willing to change and try new things. And then doing this consistently, and if you can discipline yourself to do that, you're gonna have the freedom that you want if you want it. But if you're not, if you're just kind of, oh, I'm gonna do it one day but not the next day, and oh, I did it for a week and then you stop, like it has to be at least 3 months before it really starts to pay off. It's not gonna be, this is not a get rich quick scheme. So if it's something that you want, like I tell all of you guys, like all of my coaches, like when they start bringing on coaches, you are not responsible for your coach's success. You're not. And I don't mean for this to come off like whatever, but I'm not responsible for whether you fail or not. I've given you all the tools. YouTube is available. Ashley Molstad said she learned from the best of the best by showing up on the National Wake Up Call and searching top coaches on YouTube. She didn't have trainings to go through, and now she's top coach, right? You are not responsible for your coach's success. You're responsible for putting in the work for your own business, being willing to learn, try new things, and just going for it. But you have to be disciplined. Discipline equals freedom. So, okay, the first thing on here, I'm just gonna go over everything. Obviously, we're not gonna work out and drink Shakeology right now, unless you're drinking Shakeology right now, then check it off. But work out and drink Shakeology. I'm gonna say this until I'm blue in the face. If you are not committed to a program and going through it and getting your own results, you don't have a business, because that is our business, helping people get results. You know, maybe it's getting stronger and building muscle. Maybe it's not always about weight loss, right? But a lot of it is about weight loss. So are you committed to a program? Are you doing the workout every day? Are you drinking Shakeology every day? Because Shakeology is a huge part of Beachbody. If you're not drinking Shakeology, why the hell would anyone want to drink it with you, right? You cannot promote something that you are not yourself using. So every single day, I've been drinking Shakeology. Like when I was pregnant, I had morning sickness. I threw it up, and so I had some rough times then. But aside from that, I've been drinking Shakeology since day one, and I'm still drinking it, right? You have to be drinking Shakeology. Checking off those boxes every single day. They're on here for a reason. Next, connect, invite, follow up. This is like the meat of our business, right? This is the work, where the work really goes. So initiate connections and add followers. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and we're going to do this. And what this means, initiate connections, this is 2 parts, right? So we're gonna do this. We're actually gonna do this in 2 parts. So I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and we're gonna connect with people. We're not sending invites. We're not following up with people. You are connecting with people and engaging with people's social media the way that you would want them to engage in yours. Excuse me. And how do you do this is whether you're on Facebook or Instagram, I don't care which one you're on, whichever one you want to be on. If you're on Facebook, you're scrolling your newsfeed and you're liking and commenting on people's stuff. If you don't have anything genuine to comment, like it's okay if you just like it, but don't overthink it. It can be as simple as, I love your dress. Where's it from? Your daughter's so cute. How do you style your hair? Your curls look amazing. Like, those are some things that like I would personally say that I would comment on. And then on Instagram, a couple different things. Whatever a recent post that you made, click on the likes from your post and go through and go to those people's profiles, engage with the people that are already engaging with your stuff to build that connection there. Or go to your stories and scroll all the way to the end. Watch people's stories, because if you scroll all the way to the end, these are the people's stories that you're not seeing that often. The people at the very front, they're the people's stories that you watch more often, right? So you want to be engaging with everyone, kind of giving everyone a little, piece of that pie. And watch those stories, comment or send a message commenting on a story if applicable, if it makes sense. And so those are like the two main ways to engage with people that are already engaging with you by going to people who liked your stuff and then watching people's stories and commenting on it. Okay, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. It's 7:15 right now. So 7:25, we're going to do this until ready, set, go.
Take a seat right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions, so pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Oh, take a step back for a minute into the kitchen, floors are wet, and taps are still running, dishes are broken. How did we get into this mess? That's so aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions, so pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Looking at you, I can't lie. Just pouring out admission, regardless of my objection. Oh, it's out of my pride. I need you on my skin, just come over, pull me in, just. Oh, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle, no, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh, yeah. I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh, in the middle, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle, baby? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle, in the middle.
To be young and in love in New York City. Do not know who I am, but still know that I'm good as long as you're here with me. To be drunk and in love in New York City. Midnight into morning coffee, burning through the hours talking. Damn, I like me better when I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. I knew from the first time, I stayed for a long time, guys. I like me better when I'm with you. I don't know what it is, but I got that feeling. Waking up in this bed next to you, swear the room here got no ceiling. If we lay, let the day just pass us by. I might get to too much talking. I might have to tell you something. Damn. I like me better when I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. I knew from the first time. I stayed for a long time, 'cause I like me better when I like me better when I'm with you. Stay a while, stay with me. Stay a while, stay a while, oh. Stay a while, stay a while, stay here with me. Right here with me. Eh, eh. I like me better when I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. I knew from the first time. I see for a long time, 'cause I like me better when I like me better when I'm with you.
You made plans and I made problems. We were sleeping back to back. Knew this thing wasn't built to last. Good on paper, picture perfect. Taste the high too far too fast. Picket white fence will be painted black. And I wish you would hurt me harder than I hurt you. And I wish you wouldn't wait for me, but you always do. I've been hoping somebody loves you in the ways I couldn't. Somebody's taking care of all of us I need. Someone you don't have to change. I've been hoping someone will love you, let me go. Someone will love you, let me go. I've been hoping someone will love you, let me go.
Sometimes this time ain't here. I can leave it in the past, but you're holding on to what you never had. It's good on paper, picture perfect. Change the high to the things. We go out here, we paint the back.
And I wish that you would hurt me harder than I hurt you. And I wish you wouldn't wait for me, but you always do. I've been hoping somebody loves you in the ways I couldn't. Somebody's taking care of all of us I need. Someone you don't have to change. I've been hoping someone will love you, let me go. Someone will love you, let me go. I've been hoping someone will love you, let me go. in the ways I couldn't. Somebody's taking care of all of the mess I made. Someone you love to change. I've been hoping someone will love you, let me go.
Neomza here with OGX. I change my hairstyle a lot. Sometimes it changes because of my mood, sometimes because of the occasion. You know, a festival, a party, or just because.
Okay. So now we are going to move on to part 2 of this first one and add followers. You have to be growing your network every single day. It's easier, I think, on Facebook. It takes time on Instagram. But I was creeping some people from other network marketing things just to kind of research, I guess, more or less. And there are some people, they're even like Beachbody coaches who have like 50,000 followers. And then there are people who have like 1,000 followers. And the people with 1,000 followers are getting more engagement on their posts because they're growing it organically and they're finding their people. So the number of followers that you have does not matter. Just because if you have less than 500, that doesn't mean that you're not able to find success, or like you don't have the excuse of I don't have enough people as like they have or whatever, right? So I want to say that first and foremost. You have to be growing it. Know that it takes time, and organically is going to get you the best outcome. I used a third-party tool to help grow mine, and it didn't help my business any more than it just did my following. So just because I have 9,000 followers does not mean like I don't get as great of engagement on my post as 9,000 followers looks like it should, right? So the way that you do that, so on Facebook, you can go through your suggested friends. You can go to, if you have a friend who you think would be a great coach, or if you know somebody that you're not necessarily friends with, you're like, I vibe with her, I feel like we could be friends, I think maybe she'll be a great coach. Go to their friends list and add people on there. I would say like, I add like 20 to 30 a day on Facebook. And then on Instagram, I follow 50 to 100 Monday through Friday, every day on Instagram. And on Instagram, how I do this is a couple different ways. One, I have like family that lives some in Florida, some in Iowa, that I just think they're like super cute people, and like friends from other places that are not coaches. I go to their Instagram followers and I follow people from their friends list, or people that I met in college that I just like, okay, this person, I feel like we would potentially be friends, kind of the same thing, and I'll go to their followers. So it doesn't have to be a huge account that you're going to, and just going to their followers and following like 50 to 100 people super quick. This shouldn't take a crap ton of time. The other way on Instagram is to go to a larger account. So if you're into fashion, or if you follow someone who's like really into makeup and hair because you like that stuff, someone with a big account, go to their profile. So for me, I use someone who was previously on The Bachelor, and they're like my avatar. She's a mom, she's getting married, she is a little into fitness, but isn't like full-blown obsessed with it, like personal training type of thing. Like she is like my person. She is my avatar, the target audience or whatever that I feel like I am targeting. So I go to her page and I go to her recent posts and click on the people who liked that post, and go through, because you want to do a recent post, because then you know that the people liking it are actively on Instagram. And I'm following 50 to 100 people from there. And then every Sunday I go and I use the app Cleaner and I unfollow the people that are not following me. So that way I'm taking down that number or whatever. So I'm only going to do 5 minutes on this one. Either pick Instagram or Facebook, or if you have that account in mind that you're going to go to, just go and start following. You don't need to go in and check their profile and all that stuff. Just follow if they look, kind of in your niche, if they're not in high school, and if they're in the US, UK, or Canada kind of thing. 5 minutes. And if you have questions throughout any of this, make sure you comment in the chat, and then I'll answer questions if you're struggling at all too. Okay, ready, go.
2002,
our hands and we're ready to play. They say we're wasted, but how can we waste it if we're loving every day? Okay, I got the piece to the universe, so stay with me, 'cause I got the keys, babe. I wanna wake up one day, wishing that we could come more. I wanna live never look back, it's all we're here for. I wanna wake up one day, wondering where it all goes. We'll be home before we know. Mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight. Hey, mom, we're gonna be alright. Dry those eyes. You'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So, mama, don't stress your mind. So, mama, don't stress your mind. Which way you run to? We gotta take it to fixes forever. We like, we got no problems. Just for a minute, let's push all our troubles aside. Alright, 'cause we got the piece to the universe inside. Alright, and we got the keys, babe. We're gonna wake up one day, wishing that we could come on. I wanna live back, never look back, all we're here for. I wanna wake up one day, wondering where it all goes. We'll be home before we know. Mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight. Hey, mom, we're gonna be alright. Dry those eyes. You'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So, mama, don't stress your mind. So, mama, don't stress your mind. Stress your mind. Hey, mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight. Hey, mom, we're gonna be alright. Dry those eyes. You'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So, mama, don't stress your mind. So, mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight.
Do you mean what you say? What you said now you can take away. You're my gospel, but I'm losing faith. Losing faith. Do you mean what you say? Take a minute, do you need to stop the pain? Hold me out now, we can throw away. Throw away. Show me that you mean it. Hey, show me that you mean it. Do you really mean it? Everything happens for a reason. Show me that you mean it. Show me that you mean it. I hope you mean what you say. Girl, I'll get a night through my face. Girl, you said you need it. Girl, so baby, girl, we let the stories on my past. Hey, wish we could leave them in the past. Hey, you said it's hard for you to trust again. I wonder if you're really over it. Bounce back like a rebound. Oh yeah. Are you saying what you mean now? Do you mean what you say? What you said now you can take away. You're my gospel, but I'm losing faith.
Okay. I usually don't respond to my follower stories when I'm initiating connections, and that's what I did for the last 10, and I got a new follower from it. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, girl. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, on here it says 20 minutes for those two things. I think that's plenty of time. I definitely think 10 minutes every single day of initiating connections, because the more you do that, the more Facebook and Instagram are like, oh, they're connecting with each other. We should show their stuff on each other's feeds more often. So it's so important for you to be doing that every single day. And I'll admit, it's one thing that I was not doing every single day. And since I started doing it, like, it is like, it's on here for a reason. I'll just say that. Okay. And then we're not going to do, but I will go over a social media post that showcase the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. So are you posting every single day, at least once a day? I know coaches who post 3 to 5 times a day still, right? At least one time a day. If you're not doing the business activity tracker. It can be, I posted an entire outline of like a month's worth of stuff that you can post about. So yes, sharing your fitness journey, sharing things about the coaching opportunity, like our online community, or, when we go to Summit or Super Weekend, that kind of stuff, sharing that kind of stuff. It doesn't have to be like, I have all this success. Like, you don't have to wait until you're successful to start talking about coaching your daily kind of family life, but just remembering that social media is your business. So if you're not using it as such, you're harming your business. Like, if you go to almost any top coach, their posts some way, shape, or form relate to something mindset, fitness, or coaching related, and of course throwing their families in the mix and everything. But they're not just posting like random shit because it's their business. So once a day social media post. Using your stories every single day, like 5 to 7, or I think 7 to 9 Instagram stories. This is your behind the scenes stuff. You're sharing your workout clips. You're sharing that you're drinking a pre-workout or a boomerang of your shake, making my shake because it's quick and easy and I'm in a hustle or I'm in a hurry. If you do any meal prep, I don't do that, so I don't share a ton of that. But when I do eat clean, I try to share it. I mean, I eat clean, but I'm just not good at cooking, so I don't share a lot of that. I share a lot about my family and Blair, so people like, Blair is like the star of my show, and my followers know that, and they connect with me on that like mom level. So what is something in your life that you can share that connects people? Like, who are you? Be yourself behind the scenes, the hot mess, letting people connect with you better on your stories. If you have any questions about Instagram stories, definitely ask. Respond to all new likes, comments, or views. Anytime someone comments on a post, I highly recommend just commenting back, even if it's like saying thank you 100 times. That's going to up your engagement for more people to see your post. So always responding to comments on your stuff every single day. Invite blank number of people to join a bootcamp/challenge group or learn about the coaching opportunity. I'm going to say minimum of 15. It says at least 5. That's what Beachbody gives, but just being honest, like 5 a day is not going to get you anywhere. Minimum of 15. I would say 30, but I'm going to say 15. Okay. And so we're going to take 10 minutes and we're going to invite people. I don't care if you already did this today. We're all doing it because the way that you work harder in your business is by sending more messages. Connecting, inviting, and following up with more people is what work harder means in terms of coaching. So if you did a recent post about something fitness related, go to all the people who liked that post, and those people you can invite. If you are active in your Instagram stories, go invite from people who've been watching your Instagram stories, who liked posts on Instagram. Go through your friends list or go through the people who are following you on Instagram. These are all 4 different places I just gave you that you can invite people from. And it can say something is like, if you've been posting about your fitness journey, like, hey girl, I'm not sure if you've seen any of my recent posts about my fitness journey, but I wanted to see if you'd be interested in more info. It can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be some like mind-blowing invitation kind of thing. So whatever your invite is, write it out and then copy and paste it to every other person that you invite, because they're your words. So you don't need to rewrite the same thing every single time, right? Okay, 10 minutes, ready, set, invite.
What you say? Take a minute, do you mean something? Where we at now, they can throw away. Show me that you mean it. Show me that you mean it. mean it. Everything happens for a reason. Show me that you mean it. Show me that you mean it.
I'm not serious.
Bounce back like a rebound. Oh yeah. Are you saying what you need now? Do you mean what you say? What you say now you can take away. You got slow, but it's okay. It's okay. Do you mean what you say? If you make me think, when you have out, you can go away. Show me that you need it. Show me that you need it. Show me that you need it. Show me that you need it.
You know just what to say. Things that scare me, I should just walk away. But I can't move my feet. The more that I know you, the more I want to. Something inside needs change. I was so much younger yesterday. Oh, I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. Don't need no butterflies when you give me the whole damn zoo. By the way, you do things to my body. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. By the way, you do things to my body. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. No, just said to make my heart beat faster, emotional earthquake. Bring on disaster. You hit me head on, got me weak in my knees. There's something inside needs change. I was so much younger yesterday. Yeah. So much younger yesterday. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. Don't need no butterflies when you give me the whole damn zoo. By the way, you do things to my body. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. By the way, you do things to my body. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. Yeah, I did, I tasted you. By the way, you do things to my body. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Na da 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 da. The more that I know you, the more I want to. Something inside needs change. I was so much younger yesterday. I'm a sucker for you.
Hey guys, we're the Jonas Brothers, and we're so excited to share our brand new album with you called Happiness Begins. Click the banner to listen to it right now on Spotify.
I'm a sucker for things. No, I know about you. Typical me, like my typical words. It's true, I'm a sucker for you.
That's my old girl. She an antique. Nothing nobody. You are peace.
This is DJ Snakes. Listen to my new single with Jed Alvin Tiger. It's called Loco Contigo.
TSR, I just saw your question. So, just what if those that are following and commenting are already invited? So, like, I keep inviting them. Like, if they're following me, I have some people that I've sent like 5 different invites to. And so the first one is just like a normal invite. And I mean, I make sure it's spaced out. So if it was just like a week ago that I invited them, like I wouldn't invite them again right now if they didn't respond. But like a month or 2 later, I would invite them again. So maybe it's something like, hey girl, I'm not sure if you saw my last message or what, but I wanted to circle back and see if this was a better time as I'm about to kick off my next boot camp. Or, hey girl, I see that you're still following my stories but haven't responded to any of my messages. LOL, just wondering what's holding you back. Or what about this doesn't interest you? Just to at least, I just don't understand why people like genuinely aren't interested, because not everyone's interested and that's okay. Like why they don't just say that, because like, you know, a lot of us, we're going to keep inviting until they tell us no. So yeah, just wording it differently and all that kind of stuff. Or, hey, not sure if you saw that I'm enrolling for my next boot camp and just wanted to circle back and see if this is a better time or if you've given this any more thought. So I hope that gave you a couple of ideas of how to change it up. But yeah, continuing to invite until they like straight up say no. I've never like sent a one-on-one invitation to a guy, but I have had probably at least 10 guys buy a challenge pack from me. And like, I just had someone actually recently, he just wanted Beachbody on Demand, but he reached out to me because he was like, hey, so I know that you're a Beachbody coach and I want to sign up with the Beachbody on Demand. I just want to do the workouts. Like, do you have a link or something? And so, yeah, I mean, if you're cool with that, that's totally your preference. That there's nothing wrong with inviting guys.
Spotify now.
Caliente,
Tú me tienes loco, loco contigo. Yo trato y trato, pero baby no te olvido. Tú me tienes loco, loco contigo. Yo You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that trust is gone, but you regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? You're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here, standing face to face. You already know that you are. Oh, I know that trust is gone, but you regret. You got me thinking about where you were. And now I'm all up on you. You expect, should've come home with me tonight. I just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just forgot what I'm with someone new. Like you just want attention.
Okay. So after the call, like for time purposes, I'm going to stop, but when we're done, I'm going to go back and finish going through my stories. And I invite from my Instagram stories every 2 weeks to give people time to like follow and watch a little. So that's not something I do every single day. But I do go through like my Facebook friends and my Instagram followers. That's something I do every single day. So next is follow up with people you've invited. And so this one, hopefully you have some sort of system, whether you're just writing it down on a notebook, and you're circling the people who have shown interest, especially with like the discount this month. I've been like just sending the same message saying like, hey, so I know I've sent you a ton of messages and not trying to bug you at all, but the workout library that I stream all of my home workouts from is currently discounted, and it's so rare that they do this. So I wanted to circle back and see if you'd be interested. That's the message I send to people that have like previously shown interest, or I've messaged quite a few times or whatever. But follow up with people who have shown interest, who you invited but didn't respond. You can say something like, hey, just checking to see if you got my last message. I know what it's like to see something and then totally forget, because some people just do forget. I have a lot of people that are like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I totally did forget. Yeah, I would love more info. But you have to follow up in order to know that. So follow up. If you have any questions about that, definitely ask. We're going to do that for the next 5 minutes.
Some girls feel best in the tiny dresses. Some girls, nothing but sweatpants, looking like a princess. Some girls kiss new lips every single night. They're staying out late 'cause they just celebrating life. Though some days you feel so good in your own skin, but it's okay if you wanna change the body that you came in. 'Cause you look greatest when you feel like a damn queen. We're all just playing a game, you know we're trying to win that life. Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fighting like every day. Not too hard to say. And I wanna be like most girls. I wanna be like most girls. I wanna be like some girls like to keep their physique real private. Some girls wear jeans so tight 'cause it feels so right. And some girls everyday search and keep the base stirred and sleeping at night 'cause they just celebrate it. Now some days you feel so good in your own skin, but it's okay if you wanna change the body that you came in. 'Cause you look great and you feel like a damn queen. All this playing the game, you know it. Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fighting like every day. Not too hard to say. And I wanna be like most girls. I wanna be like most girls. I wanna be like fighting like every day. Not too hard to say. I wanna be like most girls. I wanna be like be like monsters. I wanna be like, I wanna be like. I wanna be like, I wanna be like. I wanna be like.
Okay. Yeah. So if people like straight up ask, my response is usually like, have you ever heard of or done a Beachbody fitness program before? So I'll like ask a question. I won't just be like, it's Beachbody or something like that. So that's my personal opinion. If anyone else has something else that they say, to go ahead and like type it in the chat. But yeah, we just, like we don't openly say like, I'm doing this Beachbody fitness program like on our social media or whatever. But yeah, if people do ask, then I don't just like hide it from them, because if they sign up, they're going to find out eventually. Okay, and then the last things on here, just to go over them. So with inviting and following up, I would spend more time doing it than what we just did, but for time purposes, we really couldn't. But you can really crunch these things into an hour. Obviously, I talked a little bit at the beginning, talked over some of the other stuff. And the next one's, contribute to your challenge group. Do you have a new challenge group or boot camp starting every single month? Even if you just have 2 people in it, you have to have something to invite people to. So contribute to your challenge group if you have one running, meaning like you're like posting like something, motivation, a fitness tip, a nutrition tip, water challenge, something for them to keep going every single day. Responding to questions from your customers or coaches on your team, and then recognizing achievement, I think is so huge, because I love to be recognized for things. So I know that like my people also love to be recognized for things. And so I want to recognize my challengers' achievements and like your guys' achievements and everything, to keep the momentum going and everything too. And then the last thing, of course, another thing I'll say until I'm blue in the face, is personal development. If you're not doing at least 15 minutes a day of personal development, you can't be successfit. And that's not me telling you like you can't. It's like, from my opinion, that's not my opinion. It is what it is. If you're not doing personal development, you're not growing your mindset, you're not instilling that belief and that confidence in yourself. If you're not bettering yourself first, how in the world can you help better other people? You have to be doing personal development and growing up here and physically with our nutrition program, fitness and nutrition programs every single day. So minimum 15 minutes a day of personal development. And so just doing this every single day. If you don't have a team yet, then you don't need to know how to lead a team yet. I just failed forward, and I don't even think I'm doing like that great of a job, but you'll learn once you get there, and you'll just keep trying until it just happens. But this is the stuff that you got to do in order to build a team, and starting to invite to the coaching opportunity too. And so we're going to start as a team. I hope everyone participates, but I can't make anyone put in the work to build their own business. But every Wednesday, we'll have somebody make a post to drop your business activity tracker in the comments. So you'll take a picture of it and post it. And this is just for accountability. Like on here, I didn't do anything on Saturday except for personal development. I do that every single day, no matter what. And I did my workout in Drink Shakeology. Other than that, I did absolutely nothing on Saturday because it was my bridal shower. And I'm not lying about it. So don't lie about it, right? Because if there's ever a week where I'm like, well, crap, this is a really slow week, and then I can go back and look and be like, this is why, right? Don't just check off the boxes if you're not actually doing them, because that's not helping you. So be honest about it. And then, we'll be able to like call you out and like not just be like rude about it, but call you out, be like, okay, you're not hitting Success Club, or you're not doing whatever because you're not doing this consistently, kind of thing. So we'll post that, just a picture of it every Wednesday or whatever. Okay, so last thing before we hop off, we're getting right up to that hour mark, is starting on Monday. I will post the link once I grab it. I'm gonna do with a couple people a sneak peek into coaching, or a coach info session, whatever you want to call it, talking about what it is that we do as coaches, how we earn an income, who would make a good coach, who wouldn't make a good coach, what we kind of do every day as coaches in order to build our business, and what it all entails. So start inviting people to that. Of course, you don't have to, or if you want to run your own, you absolutely can. But me and a couple other people are going to be running one, and everyone is welcome to invite people to that to learn more about it. And then at the end, it'll be like Monday the 24th, so this coming Monday, through either Tuesday or Wednesday the 26th, and try to really push people to sign up like by Wednesday and everything. So keep that. Kelsey's running one too. Awesome. Yeah, and I think Rachel's running one also. So yeah, if you want to run one on your own, you don't have to wait for me to do that. You can always run one on your own, but just so you know, you're always invited to mine and everything. And I usually offer an incentive. Like if you sign up by Wednesday, you're going to get like a book and some Energize or something to encourage people to like sign up ASAP versus waiting until whatever. Awesome. So if no one has any questions, I think I'll let you know for sure when Yolana's, I'm thinking either this coming, like a week from today, next week, or the following. It's going to be amazing. So make sure like you're paying attention to that. Otherwise, have a good rest of your night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.